Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was one of the most influential figures in Roman history. Born in 100 BCE, he rose through the ranks of the Roman Republic as both a military general and a statesman. Caesar expanded Roman territory significantly through his campaigns in Gaul, which is present-day France and Belgium. His writings, Commentari de Bello Gallico, documented these conquests and gave insight into both military strategy and political propaganda. After forming the first triumvirate with Pompey and Crassus, Caesar consolidated power, but tensions grew. Crossing the Rubicon River in 49 BCE signaled civil war against Pompey and the Senate. Caesar's victory ultimately positioned him as dictator for life, but his assassination in 44 BCE by a group of senators was meant to restore the Republic. Instead, it set the stage for the end of the Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. Augustus, originally named Gaius Octavius, was the adopted heir of Julius Caesar and became the first Roman emperor. After Caesar's assassination, Augustus formed the second triumvirate with Mark Antony and Marcus Lepidus to defeat Caesar's killers, Brutus and Cassius, at the Battle of Philippi. Over time, Augustus skillfully removed his rivals. He sidelined Lepidus and eventually defeated Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE. Once in control, he took the title Princeps, meaning first citizen, and carefully maintained the appearance of the Republic while holding supreme power. Augustus reorganized the Roman military, established a professional bureaucracy, and initiated massive building projects that reshaped Rome's architecture. His reign ushered in the Pax Romana, a period of relative peace and stability that lasted for over 2 centuries, making him one of the most important figures in Roman history. Mark Antony. Mark Antony was a powerful Roman general and politician closely linked to Julius Caesar. He served as Caesar's loyal supporter during the Gallic Wars and the civil war against Pompey. After Caesar's assassination, Antony aligned himself with Octavian and Lepidus in the Second Triumvirate to defeat Caesar's assassins. Once that mission was accomplished, Antony ruled the eastern provinces while Octavian controlled the west. In this period, Antony formed a political and romantic alliance with Cleopatra VII of Egypt. Together, they attempted to build a power base that rivaled Octavian's. This led to the decisive naval Battle of Actium in 31 BCE, where Octavian's fleet crushed Antony and Cleopatra's forces. Antony's defeat and subsequent suicide in 30 BCE marked the end of his ambitions and cleared the path for Octavian to become Augustus, Rome's first emperor. Cleopatra VII, though an Egyptian queen, played a central role in Roman politics during its transition from republic to empire. As the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic dynasty, she was highly educated and skilled in diplomacy. Cleopatra first aligned with Julius Caesar, securing her throne in Egypt after a civil war with her brother Ptolemy III. She bore Caesar a son, Caesarion, strengthening her position. After Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra allied with Mark Antony, both politically and romantically. Together they sought to challenge Octavian's dominance. Their combined forces were defeated at the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE. Facing certain capture, Cleopatra took her own life in 30 BCE, traditionally said to be by an asp's bite. Her death marked the end of Ptolemaic rule in Egypt and brought the kingdom fully under Roman control. Cicero was one of Rome's greatest orators, statesmen, and philosophers. Born in 106 BCE, he gained fame for his eloquence in the law courts and his skill in political speeches. Cicero held the consulship in 63 BCE, during which he exposed and crushed the Catiline conspiracy, a plot to overthrow the Republic. His speeches, known as the Catilinarian orations, became classics of Latin rhetoric. Cicero was also a prolific writer on philosophy, introducing Greek ideas of ethics, law, and governance into Roman thought. He advocated strongly for the preservation of the Republic and opposed the rise of autocrats like Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, and later Octavian. After the formation of the Second Triumvirate, Cicero openly attacked Antony in a series of speeches called the Philippics. This made him a target. In 43 BCE, Antony ordered Cicero's execution, and his death symbolized the silencing of the Republic's last great defender of free speech and senatorial authority, Nero. Nero, who reigned from 54 to 68 CE, was the last emperor of the Julio-Claudian dynasty. He became emperor at the age of 16, guided at first by his mother Agrippina the Younger, his tutor Seneca, and the Praetorian prefect Burrus. As he grew older, Nero sidelined his advisors and ruled with increasing autocracy. He is remembered for his extravagant spending, artistic ambitions, and persecution of Christians. A major event during his reign was the Great Fire of Rome in 64 CE, which destroyed much of the city. Ancient sources accuse Nero of neglect or even complicity in the fire, though modern historians debate this claim. Afterward, Nero built his lavish golden house, Domus Aurea, on land cleared by the fire, fueling public resentment. His reign ended in rebellion when the Senate declared him a public enemy. Facing capture, Nero took his own life in 68 CE, famously declaring, "What an artist dies in me." His death plunged Rome into civil war, known as the Year of the Four Emperors. Caligula, officially named Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, ruled as emperor from 37 to 41 CE. He was the son of the popular general Germanicus and initially welcomed as a promising leader after the reign of Tiberius. Early in his rule, Caligula granted bonuses to the military, held lavish games, and gained favor with the people. However, ancient accounts describe a dramatic shift in his behavior, possibly after a severe illness. He became infamous for acts of cruelty, extravagance, and eccentricity. Stories claim he wasted vast sums on luxurious projects, demanded to be worshipped as a living god, and even made his horse, Incitatus, a priest. Though some of these accounts may be exaggerated by hostile senators, his erratic rule alienated both the Senate and the Praetorian Guard. In 41 CE, Caligula was assassinated in a palace conspiracy, marking one of the most shocking downfalls of a Roman emperor. Constantine the Great, who ruled from 306 to 337 CE, was one of Rome's most transformative emperors. He is best known for becoming the first Roman emperor to embrace Christianity and for reshaping the empire both politically and religiously. After years of civil wars, Constantine consolidated power by defeating rivals such as Maxentius at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge in 312 CE, where he reportedly saw a vision of the Christian cross with the words, "In this sign, conquer." Following this, he issued the Edict of Milan in 313 CE, granting religious tolerance throughout the empire and ending the persecution of Christians. Constantine also restructured the empire's administration and strengthened its military defenses. One of his most lasting achievements was founding the city of Constantinople, on the site of Byzantium, as a new imperial capital. This city would later become the heart of the Byzantine Empire for over 1,000 years, securing Constantine's place as a pivotal figure in world history. Trajan, who ruled from 98 to 117 CE, was considered one of Rome's greatest emperors and a model of effective leadership. Born in Spain, he was the first emperor from a province outside Italy. Trajan expanded the empire to its greatest territorial extent, conquering Dacia, modern-day Romania, after 2 major campaigns. The immense wealth from Dacia's gold mines funded massive building projects, including Trajan's Forum, Trajan's Market, and the famous Trajan's Column, which still stands in Rome today. His reign emphasized public welfare. He implemented social programs, such as the Alimenta, providing state support for poor children across Italy. Trajan was also admired for his fair treatment of the Senate, earning him the reputation of an emperor who balanced military success with civil responsibility. His rule marked the height of Rome's power and prosperity, and later generations remembered him as the Optimus Princeps, or best ruler. Hadrian, emperor from 117 to 138 CE, succeeded Trajan and shifted Rome's focus from expansion to consolidation. He is best known for strengthening the empire's frontiers rather than seeking new conquests. In Britain, Hadrian ordered the construction of Hadrian's Wall, a massive fortification marking the northern boundary of Roman control. Across the empire, he reorganized the military, ensuring discipline and readiness, and traveled extensively to inspect provinces personally, more than any emperor before him. Hadrian was also a great patron of architecture and culture. In Rome, he rebuilt the Pantheon, creating its iconic dome that remains one of the world's engineering marvels. He also founded new cities, including Hadrian's Villa near Tivoli, a vast complex reflecting his appreciation for Greek art and culture. His reign is remembered as one of stability, reform, and cultural flourishing within the empire. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled from 161 to 180 CE, is remembered as the philosopher emperor. He was a devoted practitioner of Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasized self-discipline, duty, and rational thought. His personal writings, later compiled as meditations, remain one of the most influential works of philosophy ever written. As emperor, Marcus Aurelius faced continuous military challenges, particularly along the Danube frontier against Germanic tribes. He also dealt with the Parthian War in the east and a devastating plague, often identified as smallpox, which spread across the empire during his reign. Despite these difficulties, he sought to rule with justice and wisdom, embodying the Stoic ideals he cherished. His reign is often seen as the last of the Pax Romana, the long period of stability initiated by Augustus. After his death, his son Commodus became emperor, a succession that marked a turning point toward instability in the empire. Commodus, son of Marcus Aurelius, ruled as emperor from 180 to 192 CE. Unlike his father, who was known for wisdom and philosophy, Commodus gained a reputation for vanity and reckless behavior. He sought to present himself as a living god, frequently associating himself with Hercules by dressing in lion skins and carrying a club. Commodus also shocked Roman society by participating in gladiatorial combat, an activity considered inappropriate for an emperor. His rule was marked by corruption, mismanagement, and increasing autocracy, leading to resentment among the Senate and the military. Eventually, conspiracies grew against him. In 192 CE, he was assassinated by a wrestler named Narcissus, ending his chaotic reign. His death triggered a period of civil war known as the Year of the Five Emperors, which further destabilized the empire.